All right, welcome. Lead word time. We're going to continue our division previews. Chad Bauman, Mark Izzo, myself, Trey Daubert. We're going to do the AFC North today. If you haven't watched the last episode, we did the AFC East. Each of those teams are uploaded individually. So if you only want to watch maybe one specific team, you can do that. So, okay, well, let's go to Cleveland. We don't know what's going to happen with Watson. We don't have that information. But on paper, they're fucking good.
If Watson plays, they'll give Cincinnati a run for their money.
They should. They're fucking loaded. The Walker edition, that's something.
I mean, it just depends on who's playing quarterback. Like, who knows? Like, who's their backup? Jacoby Brissett, right?
Yeah, and apparently he's going to start whatever games Watson's out.
Who has him in our fantasy league?
Nobody, and I told you to pick him and you didn't.
I didn't realize nobody had him. I thought somebody had him.
Nobody has him.
I need to go add him.
Well, you can now.
Why not?
Because you can't do anything until week 1.
All right, well, then in week 1, I'm going to fucking add him.
Yeah, after week 1.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because I kind of have to now.
I think Cleveland's really good, Chad.
I do too. I mean, but like I said, we've seen what happens with them in the quarterback position. Like, Baker Mayfield's been up and down. When Baker Mayfield wasn't up, they were as a team were down. When Baker was up, they were as a team, they were up. So if they have Deshaun Watson, even though I would take Deshaun Watson having not played football in an entire year over a good, I would say 20 of the other quarterbacks in the NFL.
But that's another point though. Can't they survive the 8-game stretch if it's 8 games? Nick Chubb's the fucking man, dude. Did you see that squatting video that came out of him? There's nobody like him.
Oh yeah, like I thought it was insane. The bar was curling before he took it off the rack.
I thought it was going to snap. The bar was going to snap in half.
I've never seen that before. Like I've seen like the bar when you pick everyone's seen that. The bar curls like once you take it off the rack. Yeah. I've never seen it curl on the rack.
Yeah.
Like that bar was literally like if that bar could talk, it would probably be like, this is some bullshit.
You can ride him for 8 games and you can win some football games.
Well, I mean they did it last year.
I mean, they weren't terrible last year. Like, terrible. They weren't terrible last year.
Can you grab Cleveland's first 8 games of the schedule this year?
Can they survive handing the ball off to Nick Chubb? Why not?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who they play. Like, if they play some really good run defenses, maybe not. If they play some really good
Their offensive line's loaded. We know their offensive line's loaded. And their defense is low-key awesome. How many defenders in the whole league would you pick over Myles Garrett?
I don't know, maybe like 3.
That might be 3 too many.
I'm not gonna lie, like he's been good. He's gotten progressively better.
He's a fucking monster.
He is, but I don't know. Maybe 3 guys depending on the position the team needs, but maybe.
And their secondary, like we didn't get to see a healthy Grant Delpit yet. I think he's gonna be good. John Johnson has already been really good at the other side.
And the corner they had, the one they drafted.
The first round corner they picked last year, Greg Newsome, was awesome. I can only imagine how good he's going to be in year 2. And they hit on the linebacker from Notre Dame, the Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He was good last year too as a rookie.
Yeah, most likely they'll get better. So like I said, I think they're like they'll give. So like the way we talked about the divisions last week, we talked about the AFC East, and I said it's like Buffalo. 1,000 feet of crap, and then everybody else. Like this is like I think it's like Cincinnati, Cleveland, maybe like right there neck and neck. 50 feet of crap, and then like the Ravens.
Are we sure the Ravens are better than Pittsburgh?
Mitch Trubisky is taking starting snaps in Pittsburgh. You could run me out there, and they would still be better.
But how long is that going to last? How long is the Trubisky thing going to last, Chad?
Are Kenny Pickett's baby hands going to be any better? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he played well at Pitt last year.
Yeah, I mean, he played well at Pitt, but last time I checked, Pitt wasn't the NFL.
True.
All right, so we got Cleveland's first 8 games. We got Panthers, Jets, Steelers, Falcons, Chargers, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals.
They can do that. They can survive.
I mean, there's an easy 2 wins, I would say.
You can survive that.
Panthers, you should be able to run it on the Panthers. Let's see. Chargers. I don't think they'll beat the Chargers. Patriots. It's hard, but I think it's doable.
You can beat the Jets.
you might be able to squeak out 4 wins there.
That's all they need. That's all they need.
But I mean, again, it would still be hard because I think we dropped the game if Watson is injured, if Watson's out for his myriad of just fucking sexual misconduct fucking lawsuits. What is it, like 27 now? Almost, or is it 30? I don't know. I feel like every day I fucking check, the number goes up.
But the other thing is this, like, if they don't have a ruling, he's gonna play at the start of the year.
True.
Like we're what, a month away, 2 months away? They don't have anything yet. Like, what if they come out and say, oh well, by the time there's a ruling, it's week 7, and then he appeals it.
Well, then that gets you to week 15. Because if we go back to when Zeke did his, Zeke played until like week 8.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we thought Zeke was gonna get suspended forever. He did get suspended, but it wasn't when everyone thought he was gonna get suspended.
That's just because he kept appealing.
Yeah, but that could happen. If they wait how much longer?
But also, let's not forget, like, it really depends on Watson, too. Like, if he just accepts it, then that's different. Like, he may not appeal. Like, he may not want to draw more attention to it. Because, like, if you think about it, like, the only reason why Zeke ended up not playing or ended up getting his suspension was because after, like, week 8, like, it was, like, his 3rd appeal got denied, and he could have appealed it again. But he was just like, all right, now I'm just going to, like, just eat it, like, at this point. So, like, it really depends on Watson. Like, he might not fight it at all. He might just be like, I want to get this out of the news. I want to get it over with and go on with my life. Who knows?
Regardless, if they can survive any sort of stretch without him, I would have to think they're the only team that can contend with Cincinnati.
I agree.